Kris Krohn here with Mindset Monday on REI TV. And today we're going to talk about the law of choice and accountability. Because if you've ever tried to apply the law of attraction and it didn't actually give you what you wanted, I promise you that it came down to a lack of understanding in this specific law.
Law of choice and accountability. Choice and what? Now, we've been talking a lot about this one. Check this out. I love these lyrics. We are solely responsible for the results in our life. Now, just soak that in. Who's responsible? Everything you love. You help create that. Everything you hate. Guess what? We got to start asking ourselves, how did I participate in this creation? There's no such thing as my ex-husband screwed everything up for me. Dude, no. You live in that story and all you've done is sabotage your entire future to have a meaningful, powerful future relationship. You will keep sabotaging until you learn the lessons of how you contributed to what didn't work. I don't care what good or what wrong happened. What was your part? Come to peace with it. Learn the lesson. Regardless of outside influences or circumstances, because I get it, in life circumstances show up. Here's the question. Are they bigger than you or are you bigger than them? Oh, I got a cold. Oh, I got this. I got cancer. Oh my gosh, I'm going to die. When do you shrink and when do you step into your fullness of who you are? We can always choose what we think and what we do. We are accountable for the results that we create. While we cannot always control what happens to us, we can choose how we perceive it, how we respond. The more accountability we take, the greater power you have to manifest what you want. So this is one of my favorite examples of this, of all my mentors, Viktor Frankl. And I got a chance to step foot in concentration camps. My father's German, and my grandmother was shot twice by soldiers, and she was left for dead. Fortunately, because of the snowpack, the 2 wounds in her neck, she was able to survive it, slowed the bleeding down. In that war, she was raped. She had a baby because of it. She lost the baby. My dad lost 2 fathers during that war. Okay? We have some history on this. My dad told me he loves eating German potatoes. I said, Dad, why do you like your German potatoes? He says, son, because in the winter when we were starving, we would dig up the snow and we would look for the rotten potatoes the farmers hadn't pulled out of the ground. And that's what kept us alive. I was like, you like potatoes because of that? He said that it is his ongoing expression of gratitude. I may not be here without those rotten potatoes. Viktor Frankl loses his entire family to the war, the concentration camp. And he has this total different mindset. Man's Search for Meaning. Haven't read that book. It's a great read. And at one point when it was worse, he says, man, they took everything. They took my clothes. They took my freedoms of what I could do. They sometimes wouldn't feed us, or they'd give us a crust of bread and they would labor us and make us work. He says, but you know, there was one thing they could never manage to take from us. It could never take our choice in how we perceived, responded, and acted to what happened. And he chose to maintain a mindset. Fascinating thing in the book, he says, right before Christmas, every year in the concentration camp, there was a bunch of his cellmates that would get their hopes up. We're going to be freed. The war will end. Christmas would come and go. The new year would start, and it didn't. And within days, those that put their faith in something that didn't happen died. And he said it was like clockwork. Got to learn to take accountability, responsibility. You always have a choice. My favorite thing they say in a movie to make a good plot line is they say, I had no choice. I had to do it. Oh, man, those must, shoulds, please just be really careful with how you use those because you are not using that responsibly 99% of the time. Those are like agency robbers. Have to, must, should. No, you choose. You're always at choice. Everyone say that. I'm always at choice. This is my life. I choose.
You are amazing, and I believe in you. This is something you can do. We can all learn to live by choice. We are always at choice. We can step out of victimhood and step into a world where we demand the results that we want to create because we've learned first how to take appropriate choice and accountability and responsibility for every choice that we've made. Subscribe. Join these video series. Next Monday, we're going to share the next step in what you need for the final formula in the sequence of learning how to live powerfully the law of attraction.